Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something really quite extraordinary.
Right.
We've got years of personal fitness logs, observations, reflections.
A real treasure trove.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It covers, well, almost everything.
Mhm.
Running, cycling, swimming, some seriously intense strength training, and even meditation.
Quite the mix.
So our mission for you listening is to sort of extract the wisdom from all this consistent effort. We want to uncover what it really means to chase self-improvement through, all these different physical challenges.
And the mental side, too.
Definitely. And how this person adapted over time. Get ready for some, I think, surprising insights and honestly some very relatable moments.
Yeah, what strikes me right away is just the sheer range, and the consistency. It's documented with such, well, honesty.
Hmm.
It's not about just one thing, it's this holistic approach, which I think raises a really important question. What can we learn about sticking with it?
Hmm.
About motivation when you hit obstacles or your goals change?
Right. Okay, let's unpack this journey then. Starting right at the foundation. Running, and often running with a bit of extra heft.
Yeah.
We see early entries, April 2017, things like morning run, 20-kilogram rucksack, then gentle morning run, 13-kilogram rucksack.
So straight away, you see, this isn't just about logging miles. It's incorporating functional strength right from the beginning, building robustness.
It's not just cardio, it's preparation.
Exactly. Preparation for, well, anything. It's about building a body that can handle different kinds of load, not just run fast in a straight line.
And here's where it gets really interesting and specific. There's this challenge from back then, the 4-mile CFT, combat fitness test.
Ah, yes.
The goal was incredibly precise, completed in 1 hour. But get this, no faster than 59 minutes 30 and no slower than 60 minutes 30, with a 1-minute water break halfway.
That's fascinating. It's not about max effort.
No.
It's about control. Precision under load. It speaks to training for a very specific outcome and be an external standard rather than just a personal best, like pacing for a mission almost.
And the log says they finished at 58 minutes, no water break. Notes they were 30 seconds too quick, but still happy with that.
Right. So they understood the purpose of the session. It wasn't just about speed. It was about hitting that target, that controlled effort. That's a really insightful way to train.
Okay, fast forward a bit. The running challenges clearly evolved. We see things like the Best Foot Forward charity run in June 2025, covered 12 kilometers doing 138 laps.
Wow, 138 laps. That's mental focus right there.
And there are boot camps, these by 300 challenge runs, and just the ongoing morning run that pops up all the time.
So you see this shift, don't you, from those like quasi-military tests to community stuff, personal challenges. It suggests that to keep motivation high long-term, you need to find different whys. You adapt, explore new ways to engage, keep it fresh.
And speaking of different, how about this one? The Run Every Mile Without Walking Challenge from August 2024. A full marathon distance, 42 kilometers,
Okay.
but done solo, stopping after every single mile.
Every mile. Wow. That sounds harder somehow.
Apparently it was. They changed clothes 4 times, had 2 showers, snacks, water, tea, 3 coffees throughout the day.
That constant stopping and starting, it breaks all rhythm. The log mentions hitting a wall around mile 20, finding it mentally tougher than a continuous race.
Yeah.
Which is a fantastic insight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes the perceived easier way, breaking it down, actually demands more mental grit, more psychological friction to overcome each time you restart.
A lesson that probably applies way beyond running.
Oh, absolutely. Any long project. They even recommended it to other runners despite not seeing themselves as a runner, found enjoyment in that unique struggle.
And like all of us, you see the relatable bits. Hate living at the top of a hill after a run.
We've all been there.
Or a run cut short because someone had COVID. Or leg pain, but manageable. It's not always perfect conditions or peak performance. It's just life, fitting it in.
That's the reality of consistency.
Okay, moving from feet to pedals. The cycling logs are just as rich. Daily commutes, epic tours.
And the same drive for challenge, it seems.
Definitely. And early on, we see that classic struggle with tech. June 2017. Strava, you piece of crap. Why did you track the train ride? Garmin never tracked the train ride.
Ah, yes. We've all cursed at our devices. But what's telling is, even with that frustration, the desire to track the data was there right from the start.
Good point. An intrinsic drive to monitor, to understand performance.
Even when the tech is being, well, unhelpful.
We see different bikes over time. an orange fixie, an Orbea Urban 20 hybrid, later an Oroterra C, a blue giant, shows adaptation.
Using the right tool for the job.
And not afraid to push them. There's a note about a hilly ride to Nuneaton Reservoir in 2021, where they wrote, Strava thinks I did this ride on an e-bike. Not only is it not an e-bike, I did it on a track bike.
Haha. Okay, so there's a definite competitive streak there, even against an algorithm. But it also shows that connection to the gear and pushing limits on maybe inappropriate equipment sometimes just for the challenge.
Right. But the real cycling highlight has to be this huge European tour in June 2023.
The multi-day trip.
Yeah. Hook of Holland to Amsterdam, Amsterdam to Haddam across to Meppen in Germany, then Klaubenberg, Bremen, Hamburg, ending up near Schwerin. Over 600 kilometers.
That's serious endurance, and not just physical.
Exactly. The logs detail things like an unplanned 13-kilometer detour in Germany because a river ferry was closed on a Sunday and they were desperate for water.
Oh, wow. Logistics nightmare.
Or heading to Hamburg, planned 115 kilometers, ended up being 126 kilometers because of closed roads, getting off a ferry early, going to the wrong hotel.
It's a perfect example of resilience, isn't it? You plan, but then you have to adapt, problem solve on the fly, keep your cool, or at least keep pedaling. It's a mental game as much as physical.
And there's that great little anecdote from Schwerin. Almost got a €100 fine for using their phone while riding, but got let off.
See? Adds that human touch. Even on these epic journeys, everyday stuff happens. Sometimes you catch a break.
Even the daily rides weren't always smooth sailing. Dash to catch train, but it was delayed.
Classic.
Getting a puncture 53 kilometers into a 70-kilometer ride, and then the watch fails to upload the data. Double whammy.
Ugh, the data loss hurts almost as much as the puncture.
Or that feeling.
Well,
Rushed to work only to realize I was 30 minutes early cool.
yeah. These smaller moments, they just underscore the reality. It's about showing up day in, day out, even when things are slightly off, slightly annoying. It's the aggregate effort that matters.
Okay, let's head to the pool. The swimming entries are fascinatingly detailed.
Swimming technique is critical.
We see swim drills from June 2019, focusing on things like kicking with kickboard, long legs, kicking from the hip, head in the water, constantly breathing out.
And really specific cues.
And kicking on side, focus on alignment. Don't lift your head, but keep in the water. Just turn your whole body. Don't drop the elbow. Just incredible attention to detail.
That's the mark of someone serious about improvement, especially in a technical sport like swimming. Tiny adjustments make a huge difference to efficiency and, importantly, injury prevention. It's not just laps, it's mastery.
There's even a formal swim plan to Annual 15, July 2019. Warm-ups, drills, although there's a note. Should have been 1,100 meters, but forgot to do second round of pyramid set.
Again, perfectly human. Even with the plan, sometimes you just forget a set. It happens. It doesn't negate the effort.
And the logs also mention the practicalities, like a swim being cut short in July 2021 because a tri-club had booked the pool.
Right, real-world constraints. You adapt.
Later, the swimming takes on a different purpose. Lifeguard training.
Interesting shift.
August 2022. A 500-meter warm, straight into a 2020 and 2010 fitness test, and April 2024. First 20 minutes, 700-meter swim. Second, 20 men's rescues and CPR drills.
That's significant. It shows fitness moving beyond just personal goals. It's becoming a skill set to potentially help others, a practical application of all that training. That's a powerful evolution in purpose.
Okay, now for maybe the most diverse category. Strength and general workouts. This individual seems to love variety, especially these 300 workouts. What's the deal with those?
Right, the 300 workout. It's generally a high-volume concept. Like the February 2022 entry suggests, often 3 exercises, maybe 25 reps each for 4 rounds. So 100 reps per exercise, 300 total. It's about efficiency, getting a lot of work done quickly.
We see examples like 100 dips, 100 alt V-sits, 100 split squats from November 2020, or even a 600-rep workout with hydro bags and kettlebells.
High volume, full body, a great way to build work capacity.
What I love are the candid notes, though. Like, too lazy to warm up, don't follow my example. Or no cool down because I was feeling lazy from December 2019. Even a quick workout because I was bored, just doing sets of push-up variations.
Look, while we'd always advise warming up and cooling down, these notes are gold. They show that consistency doesn't always mean perfection.
Right.
Sometimes doing something, even if it's quick or you skip the cool down because you're feeling lazy, is way better than doing nothing. It humanizes the whole process. It's about finding ways to move, even on low motivation days.
The sled work is just, wow. December 2019, sled push lateral drag, going up in 25 kilograms, jumps all the way to 250 kilograms.
250 kilos, that's serious strength.
And the comment? Finished, not quite. Have to put away 250 kilograms worth of plates.
Haha, the workout after the workout. But seriously, that progressive overload is textbook strength building. And the variety later on, August 2024, pushes lateral pulls, chest presses, rows with the sledge.
Yeah, 210 kilograms for pushes, pulls, presses, rows.
That's hitting the body from all angles. Pure functional power and work capacity. Really impressive stuff.
And it's not just brute strength. There's a lot of body weight and gymnastics stuff, too. Handstands, crow poses, gym rings, planks, tuck front levers, skinning the cat.
Which points towards a different goal, right? Mastery, body control, mobility, not just lifting heavy. Things like planche work require incredible tension and control, often a sign of a long-term view on fitness and agility.
They note struggling with Bosu handstands in July 2023, no longer than 15 seconds. Still trying, though.
Exactly. Pursuing skills takes time and patience.
Some workout structures are really creative, almost like templates you could use. This chilled out reps workout from June 2020. Write down 6-10 exercises, include one you struggle with, set a timer for 30 minutes, do as many reps as possible.
That's brilliant. Simple, adaptable, includes challenge, great template.
Or the 15-minute intervals. 1, 3 exercises, upper, core, legs 30 reps each, done every 15 minutes over 3 hours while working, totaling 10 and 80 reps. Calls it win-win.
That's fantastic. Integrating high-volume training into a workday. That's the kind of practical ingenuity that makes fitness sustainable long-term, making it fit your life.
And the adaptability. April 2025, doing a strength circuit, gets asked to leave the functional fitness room or join the class.
Oh dear, what happened?
I joined the class 40 minutes to complete as much possible, and then rattles off this insane list. 500-meter ski erg, row, assault run, assault bike, 100 clean and press, 75 deadlifts, rows, farmer's carries, lunges, swings.
Wow, just jumped into a completely different, massive workout on the spot? That's an incredible can-do attitude. Turning a disruption into a major session, that flexibility is key.
Even setting up a garage gym in April 2025 had hiccups. Exer wasn't working, maybe bad signal. Trying to do a 1,000-meter row.
Tech issues follow us everywhere.
And relatable mistakes, like doing an by 300 challenge in Feb 2025 and realizing afterwards, didn't realize that I had 1 by 10 kilograms and 1 by 7.5 kilograms. Too light to notice the difference? Lol.
Happens to the best of us. Again, it just makes the whole journey feel real. It's not always perfect. You make do, you keep going.
There was also a focus on specific goals sometimes, like an All About the Obliques workout in November 2024 saying, looking back some old pictures, decided I want my obliques to look like they did in my 30s.
Which shows how goals can shift and refine. Sometimes it's performance, sometimes aesthetics, sometimes revisiting a past physical state. It highlights that personal connection we have with our bodies and aspirations.
Right. And finally, we can't ignore the inner game, the mind and recovery side.
Crucial, often overlooked.
June 2021, we see 100 breaths, meditation. A practice starting at 10 breaths, adding 2 daily.
That's a beautifully simple, progressive approach to mindfulness. Building mental focus incrementally, just like physical strength. It acknowledges that inner calm and resilience are part of the fitness equation.
And there's this wonderfully honest entry from a meditation yoga session, also June 2021. Counting breaths and surrounding awareness, felt very hungry and was mainly aware of my rumbling belly.
Perfect. That's the reality of meditation for most people. It's not always blissful silence. Sometimes your stomach rumbles. The practice isn't about eliminating distractions. It's about noticing them without getting carried away. Learning to sit with the discomfort, physical or mental.
A skill that definitely helps in a tough workout.
Absolutely. And the focus on stretch and tone classes or body flow to help lower back issues back in 2021.
Yeah.
It shows a clear understanding that you can't just push hard all the time. Recovery, mobility, injury prevention, they're not optional extras. They're fundamental to long-term sustainable performance. You neglect them at your peril.
So what an incredible journey we've looked at. Years of dedication across so many different areas.
Truly.
Precise running tests, huge bike tours, detailed swim drills, massive sled pushes, bodyweight skills, that consistent meditation.
And what connects it all, I think, is that consistent effort, that adaptability, finding joy in the process, even with the frustrations, the tech glitches, the closed ferries, the lazy days. It's about weaving movement and growth into the fabric of life.
You've heard the highlights, pushing 250 kilograms, doing over 1,000 reps while working, surviving that stop-start marathon, navigating Europe by bike.
It really shows that fitness isn't just about hitting a single goal. It's this ongoing process, right? Learning, challenging yourself, finding new ways to engage your body and mind, constantly evolving.
So the big question then, for you listening, what does this all mean for you?
Yeah, maybe the final thought is this. Looking at the sheer variety and, frankly, the personal creativity in these logs. What specific, maybe slightly unconventional challenge, physical or mental, could you bring into your own routine? Something to push your boundaries a bit and maybe deepen your own understanding of what you're capable of.